Hi, my name is Brittany and this is my channel, Pineapple Grease. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. And today we're going to be talking about No Yuna. It's this cute little family-oriented story. It's about this writer lady who one day her boyfriend brings home these two kids that were like his cousin's children. And it turns out both of their parents have died and basically no one was willing to take them in, so he does. So he shows up at his girlfriend's house with these two kids and is kind of just like, all right, is it cool if we raise them now? So it's all about them. Well, it's all about mostly her and her experience with taking in these two children. One of them is a kindergartner and one of them is 14, so he's in his second year of middle school. And so here she is trying to deal with being basically a new mom, like new guardian lady, and all the struggles that go with that, and having to like, you know, care for other people when she's used to just doing her writing at home and like not having to do all this housework and stuff and like make dinners for our kids and things and like prepare lunches and stuff. So it's a very sweet story, and it's also got a lot of like, these kids are going through hard times because they have to deal with this new adjustment of living with these new people too, and it's very interesting. I recommend reading it. It's one of those it's a very like slow and like sweet type of story, you know what I mean? Like it's just a slow, sweet slice of life family story. It's very cute. I recommend you go and read it. There's only 13.5 chapters right now, so you can read that really quick and then come back and talk to me about it. And that's about it for the non-spoiler section. So now let's just hop into it. It's so funny, like how she throws salt. Kina-chan, she's our main character lady. How she like throws salt at them when she opens the door because she's like, what the heck? I told you not to come home. And she doesn't expect to see these two kids there. And so she's just like, ooh, sorry, like so disrespectful. Which also that little like ritual thing that they have, I'd never heard of that one before, but no, it was really interesting. And it's just like so cute, her taking care of these kids, and she's so like nonchalant and like kind of blunt about things, where she's just like tells it like it is to people. And I really like that about her. And also how like the kids, like the middle schoolers, kind of like, these adults are so weird. And it's just so funny. And then also like the relationship between Kina and Akito seems really weird, because like he's like kind of on the first chapter he's like, so, and she's like, we're not getting married. We're not. Your timing is horrible. We're not just gonna get married because the situation makes it make more sense or whatever. So it's just interesting because she sort of like, I agree that you shouldn't just get married over like some random circumstance, but it's just funny because he's like, you wouldn't have gotten married with me anyway if the circumstances were better or whatever, if the timing was better. So it sort of sounds like she just has no plans to ever marry him, which I think is interesting, that their relationship is like that, and she's like, it has this weird subtle, like, it feels like she's against getting married, and it doesn't really explain it at all though, so I don't know if that's just like my imagination, but it was really strange and interesting. But they definitely don't delve into that anymore. And then it's also interesting with her like mom friends and having to like sort of deal with like the hierarchy of being a parent and having to like make friends and deal with the snobby moms that are all obnoxious and think their kids are like amazing and pooping rainbows and stuff. And then also like it's just really cute to see like the little one, the kindergartner, his name's Haru, to see Haru and his like little friends that he makes along the way, and that's really sweet. And I feel like it delved into that a lot more than the middle schooler, because Toma-kun, that's his name, Toma, or Toma, I'm calling him Toba, I don't know if that's right, but Toma, it doesn't delve into him as much, other than that like he's doing cooking as his his club. He's in the cooking club, and so he's doing that to like help out around the house. And it's also so sad because he's like clearly trying to help out, and he's like, I can't be selfish, I have to do, like, he definitely feels like burdened to have to do this because he knows that they're just kind of random people that are like doing them a big courtesy to take them in and stuff. Like, that's a lot of work for them to do. But it's just sad because he's like grown up so fast because of it, and so he's like being so mature about everything, and it's just like sad. But we do get to see like a little bit, and there's like some weird thing with his friend's dad being like the lawyer for his parents' case, and there's some weird connection there, and we got sort of like this ominous feeling, but we didn't get to see any deeper into it. So that was interesting, and we'll see if like we learn anything else. Oh, and it's just so sad with how like the kids are so sad about like their parents, of course, because you know it's really awful to have your parents die like that. And you have the little one who he like refuses to go to school when it's raining because he just like makes him think of his parents because it was raining the day that they died in an accident, and so he like cries that like he wants to see his mom and things like that, and it's so sad. And then Kina-chan and Akito are like so good about how they're like, oh, here, like we'll get pictures of your parents, we'll make a big board, we'll put it up, like you can see them. This is, you know, your house too, we're gonna display that for you, and like they're very sweet about it. Ooh, I love how Kina is such a busybody. Like anytime people are like other parents or like kids are misbehaving, she's the first one to step up and be like, nah man, that's not how you do it, you have to do this, like children need to be blah blah blah, or like you don't get to be whatever. I don't know, like she's just so funny. Like she steps in and she's so blunt about things, and it seems like it works out pretty well where she like does good. I think in real life someone that's coming up to people like that might be annoying, but because it's manga, they make all the situations where the other people are just like really annoying, so the fact that she steps in is good because they're obviously awful. But yeah, no, it's really funny. And oh, there was that little girl, Rina-chan, and she seemed like she was being like super neglected and kind of like abused almost. Or maybe, yeah. And they like wash her up and like take care of her a little bit and stuff. And then Kina-chan just kind of like scolds her mom about it, and then she like steps up and starts taking care of her more. But I really thought when that chapter hit where we run into Kina-chan and she's like definitely having sketchy stuff going on, where they're like, she seems like she's maybe not really getting food and isn't being taken care of and like isn't getting washed properly and stuff like that. Like this poor little kindergartner. I really thought that Kina-chan and Akito were gonna end up like taking her in too, because her like she was pretty much being abused. But no, I guess all her mom needed was like a wake-up call to have Kina-chan yell at her, and then she turns it around and starts taking care of her better, and they kind of become like mom friends with that lady. So I guess that was good that it turned out that way, but like I really thought it was gonna be something more ominous and dark than it was, which wouldn't really fit the tone of this very like light story of like, oh, it's light and there's like sadness of like overcoming loss and grief and stuff. But overall, like, it's a very sweet story, so that really dark themes of like abuse and stuff wouldn't fit so well. So I guess it makes sense that they didn't have it, but I kind of wanted that to happen because I thought it would be more interesting, and then they'd have like this cute little girl in the house too. It would be more fun. I don't know, make things more chaotic. Akito is like so interesting because he just like sucks at everything, it seems like, but he's also like a really nice guy overall. But like we really don't get to see much from him, and like his relationship with Kina-chan is so strange, where like this is not a romance story at all. We don't really get to see like any sort of like sweet romantic connection between them, even though they're dating. It's just kind of like they're just kind of going about their lives together, and it's kind of strange. Like we hardly see anything about them being together, really. It kind of just seems like they hang out somewhat, not even that much. So I don't really know. It's interesting. Like, we really don't get to see anything from their relationship. But yeah, overall, this story is a super cute family story. I really enjoyed it. Like, it's one of those reads that's so, like, sweet and heartwarming and just, like, chill. Like, it definitely gives, it's not something that's gonna make you like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next? It doesn't have really any of that. It's all very, like, chill slice of life vibes, you know? So it makes you relaxed, calmed. It's, like, sweet, a nice little thing to read before you go to bed. I recommend it, and I'm eager to see where it goes. If we get to learn any more about the kids, or about Kina-chan, or Akito, or any of them, I'm really excited. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe and stuff. Have a nice day. Bye.